Well, no, I'm with Gretsch Drums now. I'm very proud to be here. I'm very honored. I really feel like, I'm home. I've got like a great group of people I'm working with here at Gretsch and Gibraltar Hardware, which is under the same company, and it's just really, it feels really good. I'm being treated super cool, and it's nice. My drums are the USA Custom Maple, and the kit that you see here at NAMM is a red sparkle, but it's actually called red glass. It's got a little bit more chunks of like silver in it. It's got a little bit more pop under the lights, and I just love the sound of them. And I'm using quite a bit bigger drum kit that I used when I was in Guns N' Roses and the Cult with my new project, Kings of Chaos. I've got double kick drums. They're both 22s. And then I can get the toms down a little bit lower that way. So I have a 12, 13, 14, 16, 18 floors. So I got a lot of cool stuff to hit. And with the Gibraltar hardware, I've got really cool angles to get the stuff in. And I'm also playing the new G Series Gibraltar pedals, which are awesome. For years I played other pedals, but these are the best pedals I've ever played. They've got like a weighted beater, so you can change the weight of the beater and the stroke. And I just love the way it feels, and I'm totally sold, I like a little heavier kick, depending, but it depends on what kind of music I'm playing. But if I'm playing hard rock, I like to really kick it hard, So when it's got that throw like that, it comes from the beater, not from the below. So it's got a really good feel. I was super, super happy when I played it. And it wasn't that I had to play them. I wasn't like told, well, you have to play this pedal. I said, I want to play this pedal. So I was very excited about that. And then also, Gretsch has come up with my favorite snare drum that I think I've ever played. Gretsch has built the Gretsch Bell Brass, which is absolutely incredible for rock playing. And I think it'd probably work well in other formats too. But for what I do, it is the fattest, crackiest snare. And, I can say that I used to use a different snare from a different company, but now I've found the snare that I want to use, and I can use whatever I want. As far as like a lot of drummers use Gretsch drums, they use this stuff, but I am using the Gretsch Bell Brass, and all the sound men that I work with in the big arenas, I put it up, and they're just like, oh my God, that's awesome. So I love that drum, and then, basically having the bigger kit is a lot of fun too. And then when I'm doing my other gigs, like at home, I have my smaller Gretsch kit, with one rack, 2 floors, for my, just more chill playing and stuff. So it's cool. Well, a lot of what people don't realize is sometimes the relationships with companies and stuff. And, Kim here at Gretsch is just a really wonderful human being, and I like hanging out with her, and I like talking to her. So at this phase of my life, I really want to do things that make me feel good, and I want to work with people that I want to work with. And Zildjian's just always been great to me. The family's always been great to me. They've always treated me with a lot of respect and very kind. And I've been high up on their roster, and they know that I've been in these big bands, but I always will do more stuff going, and they've supported me through my career. And I signed with them in the 80s, so total respect and lifetime debt of gratitude to them, and the Zildjian family, and really love the cymbals. Well, I think in the early 90s, the drumming styles that was happening as sort of the commercial aspect of rock and roll might have been a little bit, I don't want to say dumbed down, but there was a certain production and things that were happening in the studios that, a drummer had to be sort of a certain way to fit into the format of the percussive world, and even when I did the Velvet Revolver stuff, I had a certain style, but outside of that, I play classic rock and stuff that I do. But when I approach more modern rock and roll, I play a little bit different. Depends. It really does. But yeah, after years and years of hitting really hard and then getting a little older, I realized that I didn't have to work that hard. I could get a big sound. If you watch a lot of old English drummers like Roger Taylor or John Bonham, A lot of the great drummers, Ginger Baker, a lot of those guys didn't really hit hard. They had just a really great snap to their playing and got a really big sound. So I tried it. I've actually probably pulled it back a bit, but in a way that I feel suits me for my age and where I'm at and how I feel about the music that I'm playing, depending. So, I'll play really mellow stuff and I'll chill out and I'll think, wow, it doesn't look like he's doing much out front, but it's all about, for me, I've always approached my career as that I'm a song drummer, I'm a band drummer. I'm not here to really show off to other drummers. It's not really how I've created my career. People that watch me as a drummer go, oh, he's a good drummer, but I like this guy because he plays all these drum fills. I've always sort of credited myself as a guy that's in bands. I'm a team player and I play for the song, and that's really what I'm about. I love playing songs. No, we don't. We did a lot of that, man, and we're kind of at a place where, when it organically happens, we're all really good friends, and we still like playing music with each other. So we definitely have our radar on, and if somebody presents itself, it can happen. But we all have our own projects. We're all happy musically. Yes, Velvet Revolver was a very key moment in my career for bringing sort of my career back up again, if you will. Slash's back up, Duff's, everyone. And we were able to break out of Guns N' Roses, which was big for us. So if you can imagine, having a hit record after being in, one of the biggest bands in the world with another band, that's saying something. And, it's hard work, man. We worked really hard on that first album. And we worked hard on the second album. So, if it happens, it happens. But I'm not saying when.
Okay.